Hello, in this video we're looking at how we can get some dragon treasures to get anima crystals, rat tails, crafting materials, and get some gear that we'll use for item effects and fuse over to our main set of gear or artifacts or relics in the third DLC Lufenia difficulty. So video 5 of 5. So for this we are using the Sunken Shrine Azure Memories the Rebel. Um, Even before we go here, I realize that I've been like just telling you to unlock missions that you might not have anima crystals for, and unfortunately, if you are absolutely out of anima crystals, you might have to go back to the missions you have completed on Chaos, Bahamut, or Gilgamesh difficulty and clear those in order to maybe, we'll call it, start to unlock other missions. Um, and so um, but let's say you do have enough anima crystals to start this Sunken Shrine, Azure Memories, the Rebel, on the Lufenia difficulty. I'd say to go to your Dragon King trials and we'll do the mission level plus. I am skipping the gate armor effects because I want to take advantage of just some affinities that might make things a little bit less mm, we'll call it give me an insurance. But I could potentially do negate armor, all armor effects, and I could turn on literally all of these. But to be on the safe side, I'm going to do max MP boost in recovery. I'm just going to leave that off for now. Buff duration and command ability MP cost. We'll call it convenience because I'm going to be using flee, and I want that to last a little bit and get to my destination a little quicker. Now, for jobs, I am using Mage, but you could potentially use any job that can stagger the enemy and sort of push back. But I'm using Mage because if, for whatever reason, I can't push the enemy back off in the first combo ability hit, um, I can get my MP back and cast Eroga, or and try it again, and try it again, or try it again. So the chance of failure uh, goes down at that final boss or the little elites at the end. And then I'm using Ninja because when I go and grab one of the white card keys in the middle of the level um, or the mission, there's a chance I might get hit by a bat on my way out. So we're going to avoid that. So Dragon Treasures, we're going to start up the Rebel, or Sunken Shrine Azure Memories, the Rebel. And we're going to use the ninjutsu's Utsusemi to just kind of avoid 3 hits, up to 3 hits.
I never miss.
Ooh, that didn't work
Now
out.
I'm warmed up.
That is not...
I've only just begun.
It's like the controls have gotten a little bit worse for that wheel selection. Now, I said I was going to use flee, so we're going to just flee just at this point, just to speed things up a little bit. Ideally, I'd have like a lot of buff duration and all this other stuff so that my flee would last a lot longer. I think it did. Oh my gosh, that was pretty dangerous. But we're going to flee one more time once we get on the platform after we climb up that ladder. And while you don't have to flee here, I just want to reduce the chances of us getting hit. So in and out, trying to go back the way we came instead of like waiting for that door animation to go, because that, we'll say, sometimes have gotten echoed and hurt in ways I was not expecting. Anywho, we go and use the cubes. Cubes. And then we go in and use our little trusty Aroga. And we just, from a safe distance, we're able to just, like, oh, I'm out of MP. but I can just try to keep casting, as dangerous as this is. Now, ideally, I'd have some allies here too to kind of push them along, but we'll say I can cast from a safe distance, and I don't have to worry about like getting caught in melee, especially when most of my stuff doesn't work and I don't have a way to get my MP back in an effective manner, unless I like maybe parry and all that other good stuff. And now I'm getting almost 15,000 dragon treasures, uh, as well as a little bit of void treasures. And I can take that now and go to the exchange shop where anima crystals, what, 15,000 would get me about about 750 anima crystals, or if I did the rat tails, it might get me about 70 or so rat tails. And if you're trying to level up, anima shards is actually the way to go for the for like just speed usage. But the cactars also are a great way to level up as well. Um, and then on this shop, if you don't see things like these red accessories that have the little different effects and some of these other accessories that like, oh, here's a luck 7 and all this other stuff, you might have to refresh the shop with the triangle button and or the Y button and take a look there. And so we'll say these accessories, if you are looking for what they do, in the link below there's going to be a link to the spreadsheet that has the at least the second DLC's accessories. I don't have the third DLC accessories in there yet, because there are a handful of new ones. But yeah, and then once you have, you start finding effects like, oh, I want that damage dealt Knuckles combo ability for my my Tyrant or my Monk or something like that, or I want this MP cost on the Zantet skin. That could really help out. So fuse a bunch of these together, refresh from time to time, and you'll have something that I want to say is going to be pretty powerful for the remainder of the Lufenia main story and this difficulty, as long as you don't try to do too many trials, right, and just kind of pick the correct trials for your play style. But if you do want a little bit more challenge at that point, you can start to like crank the mission level plus up a little bit, or maybe even the enemy stats. But so if you end up overgearing, you might do a little bit of mission plus just to compensate for the overgear. But yeah, I hope these videos have helped out. And yeah, thanks for watching.